Okay, one of the problems that you probably saw in the matching game was one very similar to this. One of the fractions that was shaded was 2/3. So I already have a circle cut into thirds or divided equally into 3 equivalent parts, and I'm going to shade 2 of them. That represents 2/3. Now, what would be a fraction equivalent to 2/3? Well, when I find equivalent fractions, as long as I take each unit fraction, remember we know that a unit fraction is 1 out of the whole amount. So in this case, the unit fraction is 1/3. We know I've got 1/3 here, right? I've got 1/3 here, and I've got 1/3 here. My unit fractions are thirds. A third and a third and a third gives us 3/3, which is a whole. Let's look back up here at the thirds. A third and another third gives us 2/3 or equals 2/3. Well, if I take each of those thirds, so this is the picture here, but I'm just going to come down to my blank circle to do this. If I take each unit fraction and I subdivide that unit fraction into equal amounts, so I think I'm going to take each third and I'm going to subdivide it into fourths. See, that third is now into fourths, but I've got to do that for all of them. So I'm going to take this third and subdivide it into fourths, and I'm going to take this third and subdivide it into fourths. I've taken each third and I've subdivided it into 4 equal sections. So I did have thirds. Now I have, let me start right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I have twelfths. Remember that initial third was this amount right here. That was a third. Now that's the same as 4/12. Another third, 1, 2, 3, 4, is another 4/12. And then we've got another 4/12 right there. But to show 2/3, I'm only going to shade in 4/12 and 4/12. So now I have how many twelfths is equivalent to 2/3. Let me go back and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, because 4/12 is a third. 5, 6, 7, 8. Another 4/12 is another third. So 2/3 is equivalent to how many twelfths? 8/12. I want to ask you, what do you notice about the size of the pieces? Up here when we had thirds, when our whole was cut into only 3 pieces, what do you notice about the size? The pieces are pretty what? They're pretty big, aren't they? When we take that same size whole and cut it into 12 equal pieces, we've got a lot more pieces, so the sizes are smaller. But 2/3 and 8/12 are equivalent.